Good afternoon, guys. I've got B for you. Now we're discussing a question here I've got for y'all. Is there a path to healthier aging? We're going to discuss what the latest research is, what it shows, and everything. So please join me for the presentation I made for you. Here we go. The article titled, Is There a Path to Healthier Aging? What the latest research shows by Bodyworks. Okay, explores promising findings from a large US based study on dementia, prevention, and cognitive health in older adults. Key findings from the study: researchers investigated whether common lifestyle changes could reduce dementia risks in older adults aged 60 to 79 who had sedentary lifestyles, poor diets, at least two other risk factors, e.g., high blood pressure, family history of dementia. Importantly, none of the participants had cognitive impairments at the start. Okay. Study design. Participants were split into two groups. Structured program group received a dietitian designed healthy eating plan, attended eight weekly exercise sessions, and participated in 3 weekly cognitive training sessions. Self-guided group received educational materials and were asked to create and follow their own health plans. Results after 2 years. Both groups were tested for cognitive changes. The structured intervention group showed measurable improvements in cognitive scores, suggesting that targeted lifestyle interventions, especially when guided and supported, can significantly impact brain health and aging outcomes. Okay, broader implications. The research supports the idea that aging doesn't have to mean inevitable cognitive decline. With the right mix of nutrition, physical activity, and mental stimulation, older adults can maintain or even improve cognitive function. It also underscores the value of structured support over self-guided efforts. Would you like to explore how these findings could be adapted into culturally responsive or community-based aging programs that could be a powerful next step? Okay. The findings from the Bodyworks article represent significant evolution in aging research, especially in how lifestyle interventions are being validated through structured community-based trials. Here's how they compare to previous research. Comparison to earlier aging research aspects. Previous research, latest Bodyworks study. Focus often centered on lifespan expansion and biological aging, caloric restriction, genetic studies in mice and worms prioritizes health span and cognitive resilience through lifestyle changes in older adults. Population studied animal models, e.g., mice, elegance, or observational studies in humans. Human participants aged 60 to 79 were with multiple dementia risk factors, intervention type, caloric restriction, genetic modification, and anti-aging drugs, structured programs combining diet, exercise, and cognitive training. Outcomes: measured lifespan, cellular aging, disease onset, cognitive performance, and dementia risk reduction. Support structure often detected or theoretically emphasized guided participatory support for behavior change. Okay, what new and noteworthy shift from lifespan to health span? Earlier research aimed to prolong life. Newer studies like this one focus on improving quality of life and cognitive function. Human-centered design. The Bodyworks study uses real-world scalable interventions that could be adapted for community health programs. Structured support matters. Unlike previous self-guided models, this study shows that guided interventions yield better outcomes. Would you like to explore how these findings could inform participatory aging frameworks or culturally adapted caregiver toolkits? We could even sketch out a model that integrates cognitive training with food literacy and social engagement. The Bodyworks study offers rich implications for community health programs, especially those focused on aging populations. Here's how its findings can be translated into actionable strategies. Implications for community health programs: structured multimodal interventions. What works? Dietitian-led nutrition plans, group exercise, and cognitive training. Community applications. Develop local programs that combine these elements, e.g., senior centers offering weekly movement classes and brain games alongside culturally tailored meal planning. 2, guided support versus self-directed models. Finding: structured support led to better cognitive outcomes than self-guided efforts. Implications: invest in tailored facilitators, peer mentors, or digital platforms that guide participants through health behavior changes, targeting at-risk populations. Study focus: older adults with multiple dementia risk factors. Community strategy: use screening tools to identify individuals with sedentary lifestyle, poor diets, or chronic conditions, and enroll them in tailored prevention programs. Cognitive health as public health priority. Shift from reactive dementia care to proactive cognitive wellness. Policy angle: advocate for funding and infrastructure that supports cognitive health promotion, especially in underserved or culturally distinct communities. Scalable and cultural adaptation. Opportunity: adapt the intervention model to reflect local food traditions, language preferences, and caregiving norms. Toolkit idea: co-design participatory kits with community members that integrate food literacy, movement, and mental stimulation in culturally resonant ways. Okay, that is it for today, guys. I will see everybody Monday for shows. For now, Gator Wellness. Take care, folks.